up, everybody? Welcome back to Challenge Accepted right here on the Fumble. I'm your girl, Jackie Ray. Make sure you follow me on all things social media at Jerry the Fanatic. Look who it is. I hope I'm pointing the right way. I always feel like I'm pointing the right way.
On my end, you are.
Okay.
So hopefully that translates.
Translates. Okay, so look who it is. It's CK2K in the building.
What's up?
Joining me again. What's up? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm glad to be back.
Yes.
Maybe.
I invited him back for a very specific reason. But before I get into that, make sure you hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you're here every time we have a show or a video. Now listen, for those of you who are following this show, I appreciate you. I really do. Some of y'all are harassing me though, and you're making sure you let me know of every single bet that I lost. The bet that I lost to CK2K, but I would have you know, CK2K lost as well.
I did.
He lost his bet as well, and I hit him up about doing a payout show. He didn't hit me back. But when I come up and said,
"You hit me up the night it happened," you really thought I was gonna respond. My Knicks have not been in the playoffs for almost 8 years, and then the first thing I read is like, so I hope you remember. So I was like,
first of all, how do I go in a text?
That's just what I read when I was reading this. I was like, Jackie, not now, and I just didn't get back to it. Yeah, and I saw you.
Again, a couple days later. Actually, I think he was doing a live, and I was in the chat like, I know you seen me. Petty.
Hurt. I was hurt. I wasn't petty. I was hurt. I'll admit it. I was hurt. It was a tough time.
All right, but he did respond finally when I said, hey, let's do a double or nothing challenge. Mm-hmm. Now, he has not let me know his challenge. You guys know I like to know ahead of time, so we just gonna have to wait, but let's get into it. I'm so nervous. Now, look, for those of you guys do not remember, I have said that I am no longer just going to accept every single challenge.
I heard. I saw.
I did that because y'all, no. But let's start it off right now with the challenge accepted. Of course, this is one of my favorite parts of the show because we get to just have a discussion. Nothing's on the line. We're just going to talk about some thoughts and processes that are out in the sports world. Now, this one is going to obviously be a Chris topic because I want to see if he's going to agree with Irving Magic Johnson.
Yes.
Because that's my guy. I very rarely disagree with him, so we'll see. But he says that, now, if you don't remember what the bet was, I did say that the Knicks would be a first-round exit. I'm just putting that back out there. Because, Chris, it was just in case they forgot. I'm just trying to be nice. Keep it anyway. But Magic Johnson does not think that matters at all. He thinks the stage has been set for a very big-name player to come to the Garden. He was on Empire Sports Media, and he said, quote, superstars are going to want to play here now. I think it's because they made a run to go to the playoffs, and now the city is alive about the Knicks, right? I think guys are now looking at it and say, hey, man, if I put myself in that lineup with Julius, Emmanuel Quickly, RJ Barrett, and on and on and on, hey, man, we can do something special because that's what guys want to see. So there are quite a few big-name players that are free agents at the end of the season or right now, depending on who they are. Chris Paul, Kawhi Leonard, Kyle Lowry, DeMar DeRozan, Tim Hardaway Jr., Trez Harrell, and of course your favorite Lonzo Ball, a lot of other guys as well. So Chris, do you agree with Irving Magic Johnson? Are you going to get a superstar?
Look, man, Magic he won me over this summer because it all started before this interview and before the playoffs started. He came out and he put the petition out before. Well, not before. I've been on it for a few years now. But he went out there and was talking about Lonzo Ball coming to the Knicks. I was like, Magic? Matt, are we like this now? This is my guy. I was like, first is LeVar, now I got Magic in my corner. So, and then hearing this conversation, I think he's 100% correct. I don't know if it's this summer, but I definitely believe that, the Knicks are on that trajectory of a la the Clippers and the Nets of 2018 or 2017, whatever that year was, when the Nets were bottom feeders just like us. Then they got the D'Lo trade and they had all these, Julius Randle, Alec Burke type guys that were, these journeymen that found the right chemistry on one team and then had that playoff run for Brooklyn. And then Clippers did the same thing and, took out the Warriors and not the Warriors or whoever, or they took the Warriors to 7. The Warriors eventually won that series and that whole thing. So I feel like it's a very similar situation. And then that followed with Kawhi Leonard and Paul George going there. Nets followed with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. So I feel like we're in that same level. I just feel like it's tricky this year because Although DeMar DeRozan's a great name, I heard you mention Tim Hardaway Jr. I don't know if that was supposed to be shade, so I disregarded that one.
I expected to not even be able to finish my list. I thought you was gonna say something.
I was letting you finish because when I heard Tim Hardaway, I was like, because I knew, but you know what it was? Because I knew you was going to eventually mention my boy Lonzo Ball, so I had to let you finish. But yeah, with names like Kawhi Leonard, I'm excited about, but I just don't think he's leaving. Chris Paul, same thing. I think if he leaves, it's going to be to your Lakers, or he stays. I don't see him leaving the pack up and come all the way east when his family's out there in LA. He's at the end of his career. I just don't see that being realistic. I love my Knicks, but I'm also a realistic Knicks fan. So I think that if this year, if anything, we make gradual moves like the Lonzo Balls, like you mentioned, maybe like a Kyle Lowry or something like that. Maybe we trade because we have assets and stuff like that now. But I definitely believe that Magic is on point, that we're a little bit more attractive, and it's not as scary to come and wear the Knicks uniform as it once was. And I think some of the players,
it was just a letdown.
No, it's scary, Jackie Ray. That's why Kevin Durant, Kyrie went to the easier New York team. It's scary because the minute that, look what happened with Trae Young. Like, nobody really had those kind of feelings for Trae Young in New York until we had to go up against him in the playoffs. If Trae Youngs were flying around, like, I knew a lot of guys that are huge Trae Young fans that wanted Trae Young on the Knicks, and then the minute we found we were playing them in the first round, it was Trae Young instantly. So it's the same thing. And Julius Randle's still getting some flack for having a rough first round. So imagine if Kevin Durant does that. Imagine if Kyrie Irving does that in the Knicks jersey. You're gonna get killed. So I feel like it is kind of intimidating to wear that Knicks jersey, especially when we just were not good. So now that we have a coaching staff and front office, I think it's a little less scary.
Yeah, your owner's still trash though. But I mean, what can you
100% garbage.
You can only do what you can do. I do.
Cutting the checks though, James Dolan. Appreciate you. Keep cutting those checks though.
Right. I do think y'all get Lonzo Ball this season though. Personally, I think we get Kyle Lowry. But yeah, what is happening?
I have the sign. You can see it in all my videos. I got a sign. Zoda NY. The movement's been strong. The movement's been strong.
That's hopefully in the bottom, and that's underlined. So I'm gonna give you a pass.
You saw
hopefully try to gloss that over, but I think it.
I added it once they fired Stan Van Gundy. I was like, wait, they might get a coach that might actually like Lonzo Ball. It's different, but I'm excited for that. Hopefully, but yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm in agreement with this. I think LeBron James, I had to throw that in there. I think LeBron James is right. The league in general is just better when the Knicks franchise does well, because whether you love them or hate them, they are good for a lot of drama, a la the Flyers about Trae's hairline. I'm still not going to let y'all forget.
Dust bunny, baby. I call him a dust bunny because his hair looked like his head looked like a dust bunny. Like that goes with the vacuum, and you get strands of your sister's hair, your mama's hair. Yeah, dust bunny Trae Young.
Mama's hair, Chris.
Yeah, just all a little.
Too far. All right. Let's go on to this next one. Let's get into the fan challenge. I do believe if we have a drum roll sound effect, cue it now, because this is the first, probably the last and only time. But I am coming to the defense of Michael Jordan because fans have lost their entire. I know. Y'all are tripping on Michael Jordan. He's 100% right. He's doing a great thing. You guys know we've been pulling for the WNBA for a long time. They definitely need more attention. Those women have a tremendous amount of talent. We saw the attention and the eyes kind of elevate when Kobe and Gigi. Kobe was so involved with the WNBA because Gigi was probably going to be the one that changed the trajectory for that league in the first place. But tragically, when they both passed, all of that changed. So then we went right back to that narrative. How can we uplift the WNBA? So with that, and given how close Michael Jordan and Kobe were, I am not surprised at this at all. Michael Jordan has taken this beautiful leap that only he could take, and I love it. So take a look at this tweet. First of all, how beautiful is this picture? I love black and white pictures, and this picture is on point.
It's dope.
Yes. But aside from this is the perfect announcement. The tweet says, to celebrate the 25th anniversary of the WNBA's inaugural game, Jordan Brand is proud to announce its largest female roster ever, a group of inspiring women whose impact extends far beyond the court and who continue to prove they're here for a reason. I love this because we know all that the WNBA has done to try to push the needle as far as social change. This is perfect for me. This was done to announce the signing of 11 WNBA players. Jordan told the Undefeated, quote, he says, I think these incredible athletes are defining a lot of things about the Jordan brand and are leading real conversations that are impacting culture and our communities across the globe. The world needs female voices, and we can't ignore that, or else we're not growing. The Jordan brand is committed to giving women a platform to amplify their voices, which influence, inspire, and push culture forward. Okay, Michael Jordan, with the quote. You better come on now. I am a fan of this. You guys know the brand already had Maya Moore. They also signed Kia Nurse and Asia in 2019, but now they also have Jordan Canada from the Storm. I can never say Hamby's first name. Say it for me, Chris. Is it Dearica? I believe it's Dearica.
Yeah, I think it's Dearica, but I don't even know if I'm saying it right.
Yeah, I always just say her last name, but I think it's Dearica. They got Tia Cooper. They got Ariel, Crystal Dangerfield, and Ariel Powers. Chelsea Dungy, and Sabley, as well as, yeah, that's it. So they have 11 ladies. I think this is amazing. Chris, I'm so excited to see this. What do you think about this?
Yeah, no, I absolutely love that. I love the shot that you dropped at the top, you know, a little homage to Kobe, because you know that's something that was really important to him, and for Michael Jordan to do something like this, which it really didn't feel very Jordan-like. Not saying that he doesn't respect them or nothing like that, just you don't think Jordan really goes out of his way to do any moves or anything like this, which is really big, and especially for a brand where he's really selective on even NBA players, on who he brings onto his brand. So yeah, this is huge, man. I'm really happy with MJ on this one, and I think it was the right move, and it's not like charity, because all the names you put on there are studs. I don't know if there's another word to use, but they studs on the WNBA court. So yeah, I think that's dope. I think it's dope.
Yeah, I this definitely was one of those moments where I was like, okay, I see what you did there. I got to give you all the praise. Got to give you your flowers. This is beautiful. But here comes slow Twitter, slow and steady.
Of course.
Here they come. So let's just get into it, because I don't like none of these. But this user says, weird. Now teach them how to eat properly. Okay, let's get the next one.
What?
Yeah, let's move on. These two ask, person says, why don't WNBA players have a signature shoe though? And then the guy on the bottom says, can you even name who these players are? We got to know who they are before we trying to get them a signature shoe. Okay. The hits keep on coming.
Raining on the parade, bro.
This one, these next two are so annoying to me, because this one says, black here, black only there. What kind of agenda is that? Followed by this tweet that has the same sentiment. Now, this guy actually went on to make a whole YouTube video about this, and it says, no white players. First of all, if you're new here, stay tuned, because I'm going to let Chris take this one first, because you know it's coming from your girls. So Chris,
he made a video,
video. Now I didn't watch it. I just went to see if it was real. But his video is titled something about the unspoken truth about black. And he and I got into this whole battle on Twitter, because I was like, bro,
you found him?
You know.
I'm not surprised at all.
That I wasn't as strong as I usually am, because I'm not in Twitter jail. But yeah, he and I had this whole beef, because I told him, you know, so I guess I will just start. First of all, I'm very much a proponent of we all we got, we all we need. A lot of the things that I think the black community is asking and begging for are things that we should not expect, considering how this country was founded and how this country has continued.
Amen.
The things that we need are within us. I am right now building a black-owned, black-operated company. And every time we level up a little bit, and I can look to my left and I can look to my right, and I see black people who are going to be able to level up black people next to them, it brings me joy. And equity and financial wealth and owning property and owning businesses, those are things that we need to make sure that we pass along to the people around us, so they can pass along to the people around them. And that's the only way that we're going to better the black community. His point was me saying that was prejudice. And I'm like, well, I'm glad you used the right word. And you know that black people can't be racist. So I appreciate that you used the right word. However, we see white-owned companies all the time. We have whole award shows that are white-owned. The last administration did not have one black person on their cabinet until we raised hell about it. And then they had, being white-owned everything is not a thing. It's not a thing. That's a norm. My thing is why we keep begging to get into those settings when we can build our own settings to benefit us on our own. That's my thing. I don't want to be anywhere that nobody wants me to be. So I salute Michael Jordan for this moment in time. All those, the black thing, y'all are dumb to me. So I don't really have a lot to say about you. The guy that said something about eating.
Yeah, you missed me with that one. What the hell does that even have to do with anything? Like, go on, man. Yeah, like you said, weirdos of Twitter. That's definitely all of them weirdos of Twitter. Yeah, see, I have a special compartment for people like this where they just trying to spew ignorance and they're trying to get responses. And that's what I call the scroll up, because I just move right on by, because I'm not going to dignify that stupidity with the response. And the fact that this man made a whole YouTube video, I'm wholeheartedly expecting that the thumbs down is a lot higher than the thumbs up. And I'm also expecting that the thumbs down are 2-1, because only 3 people watched that video, because nobody should be watching that nonsense like that. Craziness.
Well, he did get some viewers that were like, talk about black people. And this is the thing.
And that's all he should get.
He said black people are more racist than white people. So no, he's placating to the people who like to think this stupid narrative. But what I'm gonna do is this. I'm gonna have a little mini. What we're not gonna do. What we're not gonna do is bash Michael Jordan for doing something, because I think, Chris, you nailed it. This isn't a Michael Jordan thing to do. Yeah. I do believe that this spawned out of his love for Kobe and his desire to want to continue what Kobe was doing and continuing to elevate these women, because black, white, or whatever, in the WNBA, there's a lot of talent there, and we just haven't given them their flowers while they're here. So shouts out to Michael Jordan for continuing.
Can I add to that?
Yeah.
And I feel like on top of that, I think he also, it's not like he just did it because of Kobe. I think he actually did the research. Like, he actually, you know what, this is something that was important to my guy Kobe. Let me actually see what's going on, because he picked some select names that were talent. It's not like he just got players just to say, I got WNBA on my Jordan brand. Like, he got talented players to join the brand. So you just got to give, like you said, you just got to give MJ credit for that, because he's expanding, and it probably did stem from Kobe, but you can tell he's also doing the work alongside with it. And I completely support it. I'm with you on that.
Yep. So I'm going to say it once and one time only. This might count for another bet. I don't know. But in this moment, Michael Jordan is the GOAT.
Okay.
Okay.
It's been said. That can be edited. So hold on.
All right, guys. Now it's our favorite part of the show. Maybe. I don't know if I'm going to accept this challenge, because Chris didn't let me know. But it's time for the challenge issued. Now, usually, I'm going to let you go first, because I don't know what your challenge is. And I need to know.
But mine is a response to yours.
Okay, so I need to go first?
Yeah. To be real with you, it's not as bad. It's not anything bad. You say your challenge first. I'll explain it. It's not that. It's not as bad as you think.
I feel like I'm being set up. But okay, let me get into this. So Chris and I both lost our bet. So we've decided to do a double or nothing challenge, this is the first on challenge accepted. This is a double or nothing. He and I are both Saints fans. Now, if you guys remember in the challenge that he lost, he was supposed to sing the entire LeBron James verse from It Ain't Easy. And he couldn't do it in LeBron's voice. He had to channel Jay-Z.
That's so whack.
With feeling, shoulders moving and everything. So it had to be a whole thing. So this one is, like I said, we're both Saints fans. We do not have a solid quarterback pick yet. There's still this competition between Jameis and Taysom Hill. I don't think there should be a competition, but everything that I'm reading is saying that Taysom Hill is going to get the start. So if we start Taysom Hill and we do not win our first 2 games, because if we're gonna start him, he gotta win. If we don't win our first 2 games, you have to sing the whole verse of It Ain't Easy, and you have to wear a King James shirt, which I can supply because I have tons of them. You have to wear a King James. See, I'm not gonna make him spend his money on something. See, that's fair, right? I'm nice like that. I see what y'all do. Anyway, let me get back to it. So you can wear a King James shirt and stand outside Staples Center with a big sign that says, "The world is
damn much, man.
The world is better because King James is the GOAT." I'll make the sign even. You just got to stand out there and hold it up with the shirt on, which again, I will supply. This is a very generous bet on my behalf. I'm just saying.
I appreciate that's a shirt and it doesn't have to be a damn jersey, because I would not have worn a Lakers jersey. I can tell you that much. I am. So I was gonna stay along the lines of my Knicks, and I kind of still am. But when I saw this challenge, and you're right, what you're saying, a lot of the reports are leaning more towards our boy Taysom Hill and blah blah blah. But I don't agree with that. So let me just make sure, for your challenge is if we lose the first 2 games with him as the starter, what if he's not starting? Then what happens?
Well, yeah, I see what you did there. So no, it has
to be Taysom Hill.
It has to be Taysom Hill, and we have to win the game. So if we lose the first game, it's a wash. If we win the first game, we have to win the second game.
I just needed to hear you say that. So I'm gonna double back on your challenge. I'm gonna double back on all these reports, and I'm challenging you. And we sticking to our Saints. Excuse me. We're gonna keep this homegrown with our Saints. I'm challenging you
Okay.
And I'm not even saying, I don't even think Taysom Hill is going to be our starter. I'm going all the way on Mr. Crab Legs, Jameis Winston. If Jameis Winston is our starting quarterback by week 1, okay, because it has to work that way, because you need Taysom Hill for your challenge to go into full effect. So I'm going to put my eggs in the basket of Jameis Winston. I'm feeling good about this kid coming in, turn around his career.
I want him to start.
I know you do. No, I'm not saying you don't like him, but I'm just saying because you went Taysom Hill route. So I'm gonna stick with Jameis, and I think that he's gonna be the starter for us. So if Jameis Winston ends up defying the odds, defying the reports, and is our starting quarterback, all right, to be real with you, because you came so hostile on my team and because you disbelieved what my Knicks were, I'm going to make it two-for. I'm going to make this bet about my Saints, but I'm still going to make the forfeit, the challenge about my Knicks, because we deserve it. It'll be the perfect cap to what this season was. The season will be over. It'll be the offseason. And just to remind everybody about how great we were, I'm sticking to what I'm double downing on my initial challenge, because I really want to hear you sing out "Go New York, Go New York, Go." So I'm double downing with this song. And not only will you, and again, just like you, I will provide you a shirt. I have plenty of shirt, but I will provide you in a Knicks gear. And a lot like myself, you will have a background, a very similar to this one, of a Knicks background, and we will have you rocking the first verse of "Go New York, Go New York, Go." And this is only if Jameis Winston ends up being our starting quarterback. If not, well then I'm out, and then we have to see what happens with Taysom Hill. But I really want to hear you sing the song, because I've heard so much. Even today, you could barely say nice things about my Knicks. So I need to hear you sing the anthem. I need to hear you sing the anthem.
Let me just say this. This is probably the first time I will gladly accept this challenge. Gladly accept this for a couple reasons. Number one,
you want me to be right?
Yes, I need to start. Because if Taysom starts, I'm gonna be so upset. I don't think he is the starter for us. So if I have to do this, and this means that Jameis is starting, I will sing this raggedy song with a smile, ear to ear. But I will also do it knowing that I like Julius a lot. You know what I mean? So I don't have the hate in my heart for the Knicks that you think I have. I just hate the fact that I've gotten so accustomed to shading y'all. Mm-hmm. I don't really get to do it anymore.
Oh, so you just missed it. That's so petty. I cannot stand that. But all right, okay. So
challenge gladly accepted, and I actually hope I lose this challenge, because if I don't know what that means for my Saints, because
I agree.
I don't think Taysom is it. I just don't. I don't dislike the guy. I think he is a great football player. I just don't think he's a quarterback. That's my only thing.
Use him for what he is, and that's the Swiss Army knife that we've come to love in Taysom Hill, not our starting quarterback. I like him at tight end. I like him at fullback. I like him at, I want him doing what he does best. If there's some plays where he comes in and plays QB, I'm cool with that, but I want Jameis to be our starter. I want that. So.
All right. So I'm assuming you accepted my challenge as well.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yes. So I didn't say challenge accepted.
Hope. 45. That's all I saw when you did that. All right, you guys, this is our first double or nothing challenge accepted. This is a good one. I'm not even going to be mad if I lose this one, because I think it plays out well for my Saints. So I'm super excited. And I'm always excited to be on here with CK2K once again. I love it. All right, you guys, don't forget to check us out every single Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and be back here every Wednesday for Challenge Accepted. I'm your girl, Jackie Ray. That's Chris Clark over there. We will see you next week on Challenge Accepted. Bye, y'all.